But Nishay Sanan, you're a criminal defense attorney out of Chicago, and I understand that you believe that she actually has a viable self-defense argument, huh?
She does. She does have a valid self-defense argument. You know, just because everybody's focusing on the crime scene in these gruesome pictures, it doesn't mean she doesn't have a valid self-defense scheme. It could be 26 puncture wounds, it could be 5. What happens is you go into fight or flight. When she was being attacked by Travis Alexander, she went into fight mode. And then you keep going until you believe, or in your mind, the job's done to where your attacker can no longer attack you. And I think the defense is doing a great job in portraying the relationship between Travis and Jodi during the time frame when his family, his friends all believed that he was this good Mormon who went to church, was doing the right thing, was not going to have sex. The defense has portrayed him to be living his double life, and I think they're setting this defense up perfectly.
Jordan Rose, attorney out of Phoenix, you just...
Well, it's just exactly as you laid out the facts. He attacks her, she starts stabbing him. He doesn't fall to the ground, he walks to the sink. So she continues in fear of herself, continues to stab him. Then what does he do? He doesn't fall to the ground. He walks towards the bedroom. She, as your other guest said, she's freaking out. She doesn't know if he's going to come after her again or what he's going to do. He doesn't fall to the ground. He keeps moving, even every single time she does something to him.
And how do they explain, however, that she brings a gun with her that she pretended was stolen from her grandfather's house a week before? I mean, you suddenly drop the camera and suddenly attacks you. Well, how are you a psychic that you knew to bring a gun to the occasion because you knew that you were going to drop the camera and he was going to attack you? I mean...
well, what evidence does the prosecutor have that she brought the gun? All they have is a missing gun at the grandparents' house. That's it. There's been no evidence put forth that she brought the gun.
All
what
right,
they
Lisa
have
Bloom,
is a man attacking a woman.
Lisa Bloom, legal analyst, avo.com.
Of course not. And let me correct a very important misstatement of the law. Self-defense has to be a reasonable fear of bodily harm or injury. Once you've stabbed someone or shot them and they are down, you can't continue stabbing and shooting until they're dead. Once the threat has been eliminated because a person is disabled or injured, you're supposed to get out of there. I mean, the law that this attorney is advocating would essentially negate any respect for human life. And you know that. That is not the law of self-defense, that you can just snap and stab and stab and stab 27 times and shoot somebody until they're dead. That is just not the way it works.
Nishay, is self-defense really, or defending a client, I should say, really about basically buying any ridiculous story that defendant, that client gives you without using any kind of filter as to whether or not it's realistic? Is that what defense law has become today?
No, it hasn't. The facts are present for to put up a self-defense. They have battered woman syndrome involved in this self-defense, and the facts are there to support this defense as a reasonable defense. They're going before a jury in a case where their client is looking at death. They're just not going to throw everything to the wall and see what sticks. They need to protect her, and that's exactly what they're doing by setting forth the fact that Travis Alexander attacked her. And I disagree with your other guest here who says that once the person's down, your own facts as put forth by your forensics says that he wasn't down. He kept moving. He went from the sink to from one room to the sink, from the sink to the bedroom. He was never down.
Okay, Jordan?
She is going to have an awful time trying to prove that she had any injuries that would warrant such a defense, such a self-defense claim. I mean, she didn't go to the police for 5 days. There's no ability to show injuries that would sustain her self-defense claim. And this woman is going to have to put on some massive charm offensive in front of the jury, get up there and talk battered woman syndrome with no proof. It's impossible. Terrible.
Now, she did have some injuries because once she left the crime scene, she went to Utah and was hanging around and canoodling, you might say, with one of the victim, Travis Alexander's co-workers, with whom she also apparently had some kind of budding love interest with. So Lawrence Kobylinski, to the point, if she has, this other gentleman has said, well, yeah, she looked a little odd. She was wearing long-sleeve shirts and had cuts on her fingers. Would that do the trick to say, oh, well, this is self-defense?
I know, Jane, from my perspective, I think you got to look at the crime scene, you got to look at the physical evidence, and you have to ask the question, is it consistent? Is her behavior, is her argument of self-defense consistent with the crime scene evidence? And it seems to me not to be.
Well, and on the other side of the break, we're going to talk about the warning signs. This did not happen in a vacuum. That goes to Nishay Sanan, criminal defense attorney, who is saying that there is a self-defense. Is this something that could be used to argue that, oh, yeah, she's bleeding too?
It could be. I mean, you have the mixture of two bloods, so if they're saying she wasn't injured or she wasn't trying to stop him from attacking her, this clearly goes to show she was cut up. And it could have been when he was attacking her, or when she was trying to protect herself with that knife.
All right.
It goes to
Jordan
show that
Rose,
she did have injury.
10 seconds.